Every one of us two-wheel degenerates make a lot of mistakes when starting out riding. Making mistakes is necessary to learn and become better at everything in life. So go ahead and make mistakes. Be a failure. It doesn't matter what your mom says. But let me give you guys a heads up, because knowing about potential mistakes is always better than not knowing. In this video, I'll give you 5 mistakes beginners often make to help determine if you're still stuck at that newbie squid level after all those years of riding. These mistakes are in no particular order. Rookie mistake number 1. Putting the bike in gear with the kickstand down and not knowing what the hell is going on when it shuts off. We've all been there, pressing that start button repeatedly and panicking about why the bike isn't doing anything at all. The key is in and turned and the dash is lighting up. Come on, just work. It's especially embarrassing if there's people around you looking at you as you're verbally abusing your bike right before looking down and seeing your kickstand is down. That relief you feel when your bike finally starts makes you feel better, as you're now able to flee the embarrassment knowing there's nothing wrong with the bike, but more so with your riding skills. Luckily, you can just call yourself stupid a couple of times and get on with it. A lesson learned. Let's move on to beginner mistake number 2, tailgating. Look, I get it. Sometimes when some old lady is driving 20 km slower than the posted speed limit, it gets frustrating, certainly if there's no way to pass the car. And in that frustration, some might tailgate and say, "Oi, it's 70 km per hour here, learn to drive, the gas is on the right, stomp it!" Tailgating on a motorcycle makes it harder for oncoming traffic to be able to see you, and even more so if you're sticking to the outside of the road. As motorcyclists already are noticed less quickly by car drivers, making yourself less visible is a big mistake. If drivers don't see you, they'll act like you're not there. Drivers crossing your path is then a real danger. Besides this, your available distance to brake is reduced, which makes the chance of an accident increase. Always make sure you have an escape route, make yourself as visible as possible, and ride defensively as if people don't see you, because really they don't. So next time you come across a slow driver, just keep a decent distance and wait for an opportunity to pass. And if there is none, well, guess you're going to be a slow driving little accept it. Newbie mistake number 3, putting the wrong priorities on aftermarket parts. Almost every biker likes to make their motorcycle their own, and why not? It's more fun to own something unique, and by adding quality aftermarket options, you can make your bike your own and even add cool new features. But beginners often add new mirrors and a fancy exhaust system and then regret their choices from the moment their bike falls to the ground. Yeah, some engine guards and some axle sliders would have been nice then, huh? When you're a beginner rider, I would recommend to skip the aesthetics changes and go for a few mods that protect the motorcycle. Even when you're no longer a beginner and get yourself to second or even third bike, I think you'd still be better off adding protection to your precious steel horse first, before putting those levers and that windscreen on. Let's move on to beginner mistake number 4, waddling like a little duck. When you find yourself in traffic with both feet on the ground, walking your bike forward to creep up on the red light, go ahead and quack like a little duck, because that's what you look like. There is something about seeing that makes the biker look like a beginner. Needing both feet on the ground to have any sense of control doesn't look particularly skillful. Instead, when you're at a traffic light, put your right foot up on the rear brake and your left foot down. If you need to creep forward, put both feet up and drag the rear brake to slowly move forward. Practice on an empty parking lot if needed, but at least this way you don't get stamped like a little newbie. Rookie mistake number 5, wearing the wrong gloves for the weather circumstances. I can't stress this enough, but you need some good gloves. This does so much to the riding when you're wearing the wrong ones. Imagine riding in the cold weather with vented gloves. Your hands will become less mobile and your movements will become less fast and precise because they'll be freezing up on you. And if you have thick gloves that make your hands sweat in warmer weather, even taking them off will become a task to remember. Get yourself some different kind of gloves that are suited for wearing in the weather you typically ride in. A set for the summer, a set for the winter, and a set for the rain will get you very far already. As the title suggests, this is the second video of newbie mistakes, so don't consider yourself safe from the noob status unless you can clear yourself from the mistakes in the first video also. See you later, noob. Random life advice. If you find a toilet in your dreams, don't use it. Bye-bye.